The latest conspiracy theory about Joe Biden, about the 2024 Democratic primary, which isn't happening, etc., is that Michelle Obama will have to be recruited, or I guess will somehow rise from behind a mountain to replace Joe Biden, who will be unable to serve because he's senile or on the verge of death or whatever the case may be. Now, it is true that Jill Biden has COVID and that it's conceivable that Joe Biden could get it from her, even though he's been testing negative as of this moment. But that is not what this conspiracy theory is about. Let's take a look at some examples. The latest is from radical and repugnant Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who says on the Alex Jones show that indeed Michelle Obama will be the Democratic nominee. Take a look.
They're going to save her if it's a real emergency, we'll definitely see her come out.
They're going to break in case of emergencies.
Exactly.
Like,
she's in a case.
It's like a Big Mike.
She's in a case. She is there. That's when everything is failing. Donald Trump's going to win. Joe Biden is a corrupt criminal. No one can deny it. Gavin Newsom can't win because he destroyed California. They're going to run over there. They're going to pull the hammer, break the glass, and they're going to pull her out. Michelle Obama, she's definitely the one that will try to save the day.
Now, I'm sure your reaction to this is, how on earth does Alex Jones still have a show after he lost all that money in those insane defamation lawsuits? And of course, the answer is you've got to collect that money. And they apparently have not yet collected that money. And it's a story for a different day. But back to Michelle Obama is going to be the nominee for Democrats in 2024. Alex Jones himself, it's funny, when he's the interviewer, Alex Jones has to go, oh, interesting idea. Alex Jones himself floated this on the PBD podcast with Patrick Bet-David. Remember when I did that in Florida? It was quite a scene. Also, in so suggesting that Michelle Obama will replace Joe Biden as the nominee, saying that Michelle Obama is a man, which I guess, is this transphobia? I don't know, because Michelle Obama is not trans, but it's all very, very strange. Take a look.
Newsom's the serious candidate, and who they now admit. You see him getting out of deep freeze, rolling him out, getting him ready. But they're thinking about the wild card. Obama has warmed to Newsom, and right now there's discussions. This is real. There's discussions of Michelle Obama as the president and Newsom, or should it be Newsom president, Michelle Obama vice president?
That would be, by the way, that's going to be tough to beat.
It's a powerhouse.
That's going to be tough to beat. So, what do you think?
They're both incredible men.
What are your thoughts on DeSantis?
Alex, can I just...
I'm just joking. Joan Rivers made a joke about it, too.
She did. Yeah, she died 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
What do you think about DeSantis?
You know, they love this story in part because Michelle Obama is black. That's where a lot of the oxygen for this story comes from. They love pushing Biden as weak. Biden can't think. Biden's on the verge of death. They love that for sure. But this is an additional element that they love. It's even better for them if Biden is so weak that they replace him with a black woman. My goodness, things must really be going terribly if they have to replace Joe Biden with a black woman. This is why they love the Michelle Obama thing. And also because of the whole transphobia thing, where I guess they say Michelle Obama is actually a man or something like that. It's a weird one. They are obviously so predictable, but it is so pathetic. Now, by the way, Michelle Obama seems very likable. If she ran, she'd probably be a formidable candidate. But Michelle Obama said very clearly to Oprah, I'm not running for president. Period. That's it. Now, could she change her mind? Sure. But usually when you want to leave the door open, politicians know to say things like, at this time, it's just not something I'm thinking about. Oh, but would you ever do it? Listen, who can say what the world will be like down in the future, and I'll have to think about it or whatever. But she just said no. She just said, I'm not doing it. These are desperate people. They need something because their side has no ideas, or at least no good ideas. They have the idea of make abortion illegal. It happens to be a terrible idea that most of the country is against. They have no ideas. They have no strong candidates, and they have a guy at the head of their party, figuratively, not literally the head of the RNC, but the guy who's in charge, for lack of a better term, Trump, who has damaged them in 2018, has damaged them in 2020, and has damaged them in 2022. What is it going to take to get beyond Trump? There was an interesting post on the David Pakman Show subreddit a few days ago, which said, the way Trump goes away is when his replacement is found. They need to find the new cult leader, the new Trump, to get people to follow them instead. It's not going to be, oh, you know what, we reject Trumpism. That's never going to happen. It's more about who replaces Trump. It's an interesting idea. Does Trump going to prison get them beyond this? Honestly, I don't think so, for the same reason that Tucker said, hey, Trump's going to be assassinated. As a martyr, he's useful to them. Being in prison is one way that he could be a martyr. Now what I want to dig into in more detail is whether Trump 2024, if it happens, destroys the Republican Party again, because it wouldn't be the first time.